Hi, Liz here. Welcome back to my channel. My intention for this video and ultimately for my channel is to share my personal experience with the desire to connect with others that can relate. Now, if you were to tell me 5 years ago that adapting journaling into my daily routine would help to keep my anxiety and my overthinking at ease, there is no way that I would believe you. And here is why. I had a very difficult time understanding how to manage and control my emotions, which then converted into having a lot of anxiety and experiencing depression. I am not an expert, but I can acknowledge that I have come a long way. To provide a little bit of context, I was battling with really bad anxiety. I was experiencing anxiety that was debilitating. There was a few times that I had to go to the hospital because I was scared. I could not keep food down. That clearly was a sign to me, this is not okay, you are not okay. During that time, I remember just really wanting to find something that could help me cope with my anxiety and that could really just assist me. I was willing to try anything that could possibly help me with my anxiety and depression at that time. This is my experience. I am not ashamed at it at all. I feel that it's important to share because you never know, people could relate. Feeling like you are not alone was something that really helped me to keep moving forward. Journaling might not be the only answer, but it was definitely a positive habit that has increasingly helped me feeling emotionally and mentally better, but it has also helped me discover myself. Hear me out. Today, I want to share with you tips and my personal experience on this practice that has become increasingly popular because of the benefits that it has. And I want to start with how it has positively impacted me in my personal growth. Journaling is not an instant fix, but a tool that you could adapt with consistency. You could start to reap the benefits. One of the things that I had to be very intentional about when I started journaling was, one, to be open-minded, and two, to remove judgment. I believe that it's the little things, it's the daily habits, it's the consistency that can make a huge impact on my well-being. Let me get right into it. What are some of the benefits that I have experienced? I'm gonna name a few. It's helped me with stress relief, practicing being in the present moment, setting goals, reflection, self-awareness, and activating my creative muscle. It's also helped me with closure. I want to get into that a little bit later in this video. I've never talked about that part. And those are just to name a few. I also believe that any healthy habit that we adapt, we could have similar experiences of the benefits that we are getting, but they could also be very personal to us, and we may encounter a different experience. If you've tried journaling or do journal often or a consistent basis, I would like to know. Comment down below what your experience has been. Wanting to overcome my anxiety was a huge factor of me starting to journal and actually sticking to it. Now it has become one of the actions that I prioritize daily and that I exercise if I am not feeling my best. I've learned that a big part of my stress and then anxiety stems from overthinking and hyperfixating on outcomes that I cannot control. I'm going to try and share examples on how I use journaling to target different areas of my life. When it comes to reducing my stress and my anxiety, my journal is a place, in a sense, to trauma dump. Looking back at the years that I was experiencing the most difficulty, I unconsciously was causing a lot of that because I was holding a lot of feelings to myself. I didn't want to burden my loved ones with my issues, and unfortunately, in my experience, holding all those feelings and all those emotions in has done me no good at all. Other than therapy, my journal is a space for me to be able to release all those emotions. If I'm overwhelmed, if I'm overthinking, I spend the time to write it down right in my journal and I release them. Even though my journals are for me, they're not for anybody else to read, I don't don't know why, and I don't quite understand why releasing them in that way, it actually does help me out and it makes me feel better. My preferred method of journaling is pen to paper. I don't know if this is the millennial in me, maybe so. I prefer it because it helps me be in the present moment. The next thing I'm about to say, it's hard for me to admit I don't have a healthy relationship with the phone. So when I could put it down and spend the time doing something that I know is going to positively impact my well-being, I'll take it as a win. And journaling does that for me. Pen to paper. Whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 15 minutes, I am in the present moment writing my thoughts down. It's a safe space for me to just release all expectations and just write down what truly comes to my mind. I don't care about spelling, especially during the times where I'm feeling very overwhelmed, very stressed, with a lot of anxiety. This is my time to be able to release what I'm feeling inside, what I'm feeling up here. Like, this is my time. And I've seen a positive difference in my stress. I'm not carrying all of that weight inside of me and I'm not hiding from it anymore. This is one of the things that has really benefited me during this time of wanting to just mentally be better and have a better experience in life. Journaling has definitely helped me in my mental well-being, but it has also really helped me in my goals. When I say that you could take journaling in whatever way works for you, you can. How journaling has helped me set goals, track my progress, and cultivate a growth mindset. I've used this method in achieving professional success, but also personal development, and use journaling as a guide to achieving these goals. Just seeing it written down and seeing it all in one page, it really helped me to analyze and reflect on how to move forward. One of the things that I have accomplished, journaling was a very big part of that, was starting my YouTube channel. Before I even posted my first video, it was a thought that was repeatedly happening, kept on getting the urge, when are you gonna start your YouTube channel? One of the nights that I was reflecting and I was rereading some of my journal entries, I kept seeing the entries of wanting to start YouTube, and I also acknowledged that I didn't take any action, that I still had not started my YouTube channel. I ordered a mic off of Amazon and I recorded my first video on my phone. I did not know what I was gonna do. I read that entry and it brought so much encouragement and it pulled me to action to record your first video. I didn't tell anybody that I was starting YouTube. It all started with me rereading some of my journal entries and realizing this is something that you have continuously wrote about, and why haven't you done it? It gave me that push that I needed. And then once I did start uploading YouTube videos and I started writing about my experience, I started writing of like when I got a subscriber, and now when I look back and I reread those entries, it has shown me the growth. It has been a guide for me of achieving some of the milestones that I have achieved here on YouTube, and also reflect on that growth as well. It's been a very special experience for me to reread not only my YouTube goal, but other goals that I have accomplished. It's documented and I'm able to reflect back to it. What did it bring me? Actually putting action into the goals that I had. That's when I started to realize I don't really go after the things that I say that I want to do. And why is that? I don't know if I would have as much self-awareness as I have now if I didn't take the time to write things down and actually reflect back on them. Journaling started it all out for me. Like I mentioned, you could utilize journaling in a bunch of different methods, and we've talked about reducing stress and anxiety for your well-being, goal setting, and achieving goals. I want to close out the benefits that I have experienced with journaling with this one thing that has helped me immensely. I've utilized journaling for closure. Sometimes in life you experience detachment from people that you love and that you care about. You know, maybe someone is no longer in your life. Maybe you no longer have open communication with someone. I've experienced that with relationships that I haven't had closure to, and I've also experienced that with friendships. And the way that I have utilized journaling in a form of closure for me is that I've written letters to those those relationships. Even though I know that that person's never gonna read the letter, I know that I'm never gonna deliver the letter, I wrote it in a way of expressing my feelings, expressing what I feel in that moment, and that has really helped me with closure, because sometimes you are not going to get that sorry that you wish or that closure you wish to have. That happens in life, and that is the way that I have utilized journaling as closure, is writing an open letter. That's just a form of me being able to release it. I know that they're never gonna read it, and I might not get that face-to-face closure, but it has helped me move on and, in a sense, have gotten closure. I am choosing to move forward, and I have left all my feelings on paper and essentially not within me. That has helped me a lot. I haven't heard this specific thing in other videos. I definitely wanted to share that with you, the different methods that I use journaling and how it has benefited me to move forward in life and close out some chapters that needed to be closed. Now that I've covered some of the benefits that I have experienced, I want to share some tips on how to get started. My first 2 tips is be open-minded. Don't go into it with a negative mindset. 2, remove the judgment. This is for you. This is your space, your time. Give it a chance, stick to it. You never know the benefits that you'll have. I definitely stand by this healthy habit. If you are like me, and I love just cutesy aesthetic things, I would say invest in a good pen. The pens that I use, I like the way that my writing looks. They are the Sharpie gel pens. Those are the ones that I use. Find a journal that you like, a journal that captivates you, that draws you in. I actually have 3 different journals that I alternate from and that I use for different things. Target has a really good selection for affordable price. One of the journals that I have from Target is this one right here. Today is with intention. This journal actually is a journal that has questions for you and that you can fill out. This is a good journal to start off with. You don't know what to write. This is one of the journals that I use. Another journal that I have is this one. You know, I love flowers, so this one was just like a perfect one for me. My last journal, this one is the one that I've been using more lately, and I just like the cover of it. I also like that it's flexible. The aesthetic part of the journal, that is one of my motivations too. Like, pick up my journal, it makes me feel good. Invest in a journal that you like, invest in a good pen. That is one of my tips. If you don't know where to start, I'm gonna give up the sauce. And then this is not a secret, but this is truly what I use. Pinterest is such a good place for a lot of things. We know that. Go into your Pinterest account, look up journal entries, and that's really helped me. Like, it gives me different journal prompts, different questions that I could do. I would definitely say that Pinterest is a good place if you are looking for any journal entry ideas or you don't know where to start. Pinterest is a good place to start. And there you have it. Those are the positive benefits that I have experienced by adapting journaling into my day-to-day routine. I encourage you to give it a try, and you might discover that it also too will have a positive impact in your life. If you enjoyed this video, if you found any of it valuable, please consider to subscribe. We do all things personal growth, lifestyle, getting out of our comfort zone. I would love for you to join the community that I desire to build here on YouTube. I will see you in the next one. Bye.